Here's a fact that trips up almost every TypeScript beginner. The compiler is smarter than you think. Write a simple if check, and TypeScript silently changes what type your variable is, line by line. This is called type narrowing, and once you understand it, those frustrating property does not exist errors disappear. Let's learn the three guards that make it work: typeof, instanceof, and in. Imagine a function that accepts either a string or a number. In TypeScript, we describe that with a union type, written as string vertical bar number. The problem is, when you have both possibilities, TypeScript won't let you call string methods. Because what if it's actually a number? Watch this. The compiler throws an error onto uppercase. It's not being difficult, it's protecting you. So how do we fix it? We narrow. Narrowing means giving TypeScript enough proof inside an if statement to shrink that wide union down to one specific type. Think of it like a security guard checking IDs. Before the check, anyone could be at the door. After the check, you know exactly who you're dealing with. The compiler follows the same logic. The first and simplest guard is typeof. JavaScript's typeof operator returns a string telling you the kind of a value at runtime. String, number, boolean, and so on. TypeScript reads your typeof check and narrows accordingly. Inside this if block, TypeScript now knows value is a string. So 2 uppercase is perfectly legal. And in the else branch, it knows value must be the number. Now typeof can only return a small fixed set of strings. And it's worth memorizing them. You get string, number, big int, boolean, symbol, undefined, object, and function. Notice something missing? There's no separate value for arrays or null. Both of those report as object. That's a famous JavaScript quirk, and it's exactly why typeof alone can't tell every type apart. Here's a related trick. Truthiness narrowing. In JavaScript, values like null, undefined, 0, empty string, and nan are falsy. TypeScript knows this. So when you write a plain if check on a value that might be null, the compiler removes null and undefined from inside the if block. This is the cleanest way to guard against missing values before you use them. TypeScript also narrows from equality checks. When you compare two variables with triple equals, the compiler figures out which types they could share. Here, x is a string or number and y is a string or boolean. If x equals y, the only type they have in common is string. So inside the block, both are narrowed to string. The compiler does this maths automatically. Typeof handles primitives, but what about objects built from classes? For that we use instanceof. The instanceof operator checks whether an object was created from a particular class, like date, error, or one you wrote yourself. TypeScript reads this check and narrows the variable to that class type. Here, a value could be a date or a string. An instance of date lets us safely call getFullYear. Where instance of really shines is error handling. In modern TypeScript, the error caught in a catch block is typed as unknown. You can't assume it's an error object, so you check with instance of error. Inside that block, you safely read the message property. This is the correct type-safe pattern for catch blocks. And it's something every Indian developer at companies like Razorpay or Zerodha writes every single day. Let's actually run something to see narrowing in action. With TS Node, we can execute TypeScript directly. Watch the output. When the fetch fails, our instance of check catches the real error and prints a clean message instead of crashing. The type guard kept us safe at runtime, exactly as the compiler promised. Instanceof works just as well with classes you define yourself. Say you have a dog class and a cat class, both with a name, but only dog can bark. When you have a union of the two, Instance of dog narrows the type, so you can call bark with full confidence. The else branch is automatically narrowed to cat, clean and safe. But instance of has a limit. It only works on things made with a class or constructor function. Plain object shapes, like the ones you describe with an interface, have no class behind them at runtime. So you cannot write instance of on an interface. If you try, TypeScript throws an error. For those object shapes, we need a different tool, and that's where the in operator comes in. Enter the in operator. It checks whether a property exists on an object. Since fish has a swim method and bird has a fly method, we can ask, is swim in this animal? If yes, TypeScript narrows it to fish. If no, it must be bird. This is perfect for the object shapes that instance of can't touch. Property-based narrowing. Simple and powerful. Let's make the in operator feel real. Imagine an API that returns either a success response with data or an error response with a message. You don't know which one until you check. By testing if data is in the response, TypeScript narrows to the success shape and gives you autocomplete for data. Otherwise, it's the error shape. This pattern shows up constantly when handling API responses. Let's run both cases through that handler. We pass a success object and a failure object, and the function correctly routes each one. Notice we never wrote any manual typecasting. The inguard did all the narrowing, and the output is exactly what we expect. That's the whole point. Safe code with zero guesswork. So how do you pick the right guard? Here's the simple rule. Use typeof for primitives. Strings, numbers, booleans. Use instanceof for class instances and built-ins like date or error. And use in for plain object shapes that have different properties. Keep this mental map handy and 90% of your narrowing decisions become automatic. Here's a deeper insight. TypeScript doesn't just narrow inside if blocks. It tracks the type as your code flows top to bottom. This is called control flow analysis. Watch. After an early return inside the typeof check, the compiler knows the rest of the function can only be the number type, even without an else. The narrowing carries forward through the function. Narrowing also helps with arrays. Suppose you have an array mixing strings and nulls and you want just the strings. A plain filter with a truthiness check often leaves TypeScript unsure. But narrowing the predicate cleanly produces a string array. We'll cover the deeper version of this, type predicates, in the next video. But notice how guards keep your data clean. Let's fix a mistake beginners make constantly. People reach for the as keyword to force a type when narrowing fails. But as is a lie to the compiler. It silences errors without any runtime safety. If you're wrong, your app crashes. Always prefer a real guard over a cast. The guard checks at runtime, the cast just hopes. See the difference here. Let's combine all three guards in one function to see them cooperate. We accept a value that could be a string, a date, or an object with an ID. Typeof handles the string, instance of handles the date, and the in operator handles the object shape. Each branch is fully narrowed and type safe. This is real-world TypeScript. Clear, defensive, and bug-resistant. And there it is. Type narrowing, fully demystified. You now know how typeof, instanceof, and the in operator each shrink a union down to a precise safe type, and how TypeScript's control flow analysis tracks it all automatically. Practice these and the red squiggly lines stop being scary. Next, we go deeper into custom type guards and type predicates. Writing your own narrowing functions. Quick recap of the three things you learned. Typeof narrows primitives like string and number. Instance of narrows class instances And built-ins like date and error and the in operator narrows plain object shapes by their properties. Remember, always prefer a real guard over an AD's cast. Up next, in the TypeScript track, we build our own custom type guards using type predicates, so you can narrow anything you want. If this finally made narrowing click, smash subscribe and drop your trickiest narrowing case in the comments. We'll solve it together. See you in the next one.